Soul Simmers, it's that Simming Witch here, and welcome to our very first Makeover Mondays. In these videos, I will be making over the Sims 4 townies, their houses, and possibly some of the community lots. Really because, one, I'd like to make my own save file. Two, I want to fix some of the lore that is wrong, like the relationships, for example, so Johnny's S not being related to the rest of the land grabs. And also I have some of my own lore or headcanon that I would like to bring to the save file and bring to the townies, give them a bit more personality, those kinds of things. Anyway, so I'm starting this off with the BFFs household in Willow Creek, as these are probably one of my favourite base game families. First of all, I do actually want to apologise that this video is so long. When I recorded the footage, which was quite a while ago now, I didn't realise that I wouldn't be able to chop it up in a way that made sense when I was editing. So now we've got one really long video. The future videos won't be that long, I promise. I will record them differently so that they make more sense and we have shorter videos. So the BFFs are based on My Sims characters, and I really loved the My Sims games. I mean, obviously they've just been re-released, some of the games, so we get to play with them all over again. But I really wanted the Sims 4 versions of them to be much more like the original My Sims characters. I just think that they had a bit more personality and they were a bit more fun and goofy, which is something that I really like about the My Sims games. So in one of the games, these three are in a love triangle, and obviously it hints at that in the description of this household. Well, for me, I don't really see them as a love triangle. I actually see them as a throuple. So I have actually off screen, after I finished making them all over, edited their relationships and made them into, for one, BFFs, like it says that they are, which they technically aren't when you load in a new game. And I've also given them a relationship, so they're all romantic partners, all three of them, with each other. I just think that that's like really cool, and for some reason that's just what I think of them. I don't think of them as friends, I think of them as a little throuple. So that kind of fixing relationships, adding likes and dislikes for social attraction as well as romantic attraction, editing pronouns, sexualities, things like that. I'm going to do all of that just to make it fit in with the lore so that it's all cohesive to what The Sims 4 is supposed to be, which is never correct when when you start a new game. And I just want it to like be able to bring a bit more personality to the townies, just because some of them are a bit boring and so outdated now with the game being so old. So I started with Travis simply because he's the first one when the family loads in, and I really wanted to stick to his My Sims characters' colours. So he's mostly wearing reds, blues and browns, although obviously just like this athletic outfit, I have thrown a few other colours in just because either the outfit makes sense. So with Travis, obviously he's geeky, he works in tech, he wants to be like a tech whiz, so I really wanted to bring that kind of like geekiness into his outfits. That's why we put this little yellow like Space Invaders t-shirt on him. But yeah, that's really what I wanted like the vibe for Travis to be, a little bit more trendy than his original character that the Sims created, but also like bringing that like tech bro kind of vibe a little bit. So of course I changed the colour of his hair. Like I really hate that yellow tone, that like cheese colour hair that they give some of the townies. So I still kept him blonde because he is blonde as a My Sim, but I toned down the blonde a little bit. I just wanted to say that I'm not touching the actual like genetics, so they're like facial features, and I may change traits though, depending on if I think that newer traits maybe make a bit more sense for the characters. But yeah, the actual physical like genetics I will not be touching at all, apart from things that would easily be changed like cosmetically. So things like their makeup, their hair, their clothes, tattoos, things like that I am happy to change, but I don't want to mess with their genetics. I like the townies to look like the townies. So the hairstyle that I chose for him, that like kind of a little bit like a mohawk but like sticking up, a little bit floppy, I went for because it's like cool but also like low effort. I wanted him to like look like he just rolled out of bed that way. Like he got up in the morning and that was his hair and that was it, and he went on with his day. I just think that that's the kind of vibe that Travis gives, that he's just like whatever, you know, quite chill, not too picky about like what he wears, and just gets on with his day. I also give them all at least 2 outfits per category, except for swimwear, because they only really need 1 swimwear, unless they're really interested in something like scuba diving, then I'd give them, or snorkeling really, we don't have proper scuba diving, but yeah, then I'd give them 2 swimwear outfits. But really it's because I like to do one that's for when the day is a little bit warmer or when the days are a bit cooler, and then the hot weather and cold weather outfits I do like an indoor and an outdoor one. So there'll be a cold weather one that has the hat and the gloves, and there'll also be an indoor one where it's just like a nice warm jumper or something like that. Similarly with the hot weather, I do 2 outfits for them, usually one with like a hat and maybe some sun cream, and then one where it's maybe just them chilling at home on a warm summer's day. So Liberty in My Sims is a free spirit, so I wanted to try and keep that in her outfits for her Sims character. I really like the colour combination of the purple, the yellow and the green, so I tried to keep that in the outfits, the kind of more everyday outfits at least, but I kept the purple especially as a theme through her outfit, as I think like it's a really sort of outgoing, free-spirited colour. But one thing I do actually think that I might see if I can change is that I remembered that she really loves snakes in My Sims, so I was going to have a look and see if I can find a snaky tattoo to add to her tattoos. I didn't think of that at the time when I was doing the makeover, but I might try and re-edit her and chuck a little snake tattoo on her. So I think Liberty is really fun. And one of the things that I have about Liberty is that I think she's one of those people that just doesn't know where to stop with the accessories. So most of her outfits, I have chucked on quite a few accessories like bracelets and earrings and stuff with her, because I think she's a bit of a magpie. She'll see it all and she thinks, oh, I'll wear that, that'll look like sophisticated or fun or whatever. But yeah, that's one thing that I've done with Liberty. She does wear a lot of accessories in her outfits. I also tried to make her outfits a little bit more polished. The ones that she had on before, some of them seemed like, I don't know, a little bit childish. There was some that she had a bit too much makeup, but not in the right kind of way to what I would think of as Liberty having. So that was one of the things that I wanted to sort out, was like giving her more natural everyday looks, but then when she has her like formal or her party wear, she then steps it up a gear and she does go a little bit more heavy-handed with the makeup. Hair wise as well, I wanted to change it from pigtails into plaits, because in My Sims she actually has plaits, she doesn't have pigtails, and I think the plaits suit her better. I just think that it like the fringe is nicer on her, and like the pigtails like frame her face better. So I must admit, I did actually change her teeth, just because I feel like the buck teeth really suit her. She's very cute, and I think like the rabbity teeth make her look even cuter, and I really don't understand why they didn't give her those teeth from the beginning. But yeah, that's like the biggest change that I will make to them will be things like their teeth that technically you could change. It would be expensive to get your teeth changed to buck teeth, but I think like things like that I will probably change. So I've been playing with these versions of Travis, Liberty and Summer in my like games for quite a while now, and Liberty's makeover is my absolute favourite. I just think that I've really captured her essence somehow. It just is hard for me to imagine what she looked like before I did my makeover from her, that I'm just like so used to seeing her like that now, and it feels like that was the way that they intended her to be. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how Liberty came out of all of them. I do really like Travis's makeover as well. I think Travis is sort of, I don't know, when I see him I'm like, oh look, super hot Travis, rather than or weirdo cheese hair Travis that I used to think. So I think I did a good job, and I'm hoping that you guys all agree as well. I did spend quite a lot of time on some of Liberty's outfits, more because like I wanted to keep the yellow for like the bottoms in, and some of the yellows in The Sims 4 are really gross. They're either like, I don't know, they're really nice yellows or they're really like eyesore yellows. So it was difficult finding the right kind of balance of yellow that I wanted for Liberty's outfits. But that's why it took me so long. I mean, this whole video, even though like it's half an hour to you guys where I've sped it up, but I was recording their makeovers for something like 5 or 6 hours, so that's how long I spent on it and how long it took me and how much love and dedication I gave to Travis, Liberty and Summer. So in her formal wears you can kind of see where I've like gone with the whole like accessories magpie kind of situation. I've given her quite a few accessories on those outfits as well as on her party outfits, just because I think like that's her version of like getting dressed up. And yeah, I also gave her like the leather top and the leather trousers from the urban kit, I think it is. I just think that, I don't know, it kind of just suits her. It was the right colour purple, and it just like gave me the right silhouette, and it's the right amount of like cool but like not too classy and not too trashy either. Like I really liked the vibe. I also I let her have her hair down for her formal outfits, because well, for one, she has her hair down in the Sims original version of her, but I also thought that like it just adds a little bit like a variety. Plus also thought in a formal outfit maybe she wouldn't think pigtails were, or not pigtails, plaits were quite the right vibe, like that maybe she would need something that was a little bit more sophisticated for formal wear rather than her two plaits. So that's why I went for letting her have her hair down. You can also see that I actually toned down her makeup. Like the makeup that she had before for her formal wear was just too crazy, and it felt really childish rather than like cool or free-spirited like she's supposed to be. So I definitely toned that down. I did give her a bold lip, because I think like especially in the second outfit where I made it black rather than went for purple, it adds the like purple element in, like the kind of theme that I wanted to continue throughout all of her outfits. And yeah, I do really like this second outfit. Like I think she looks amazing in it, and yeah, I think she would just slay any party that or any formal event that she went to in that outfit. So I do have these made over versions of the BFFs in my gallery. I think I just have them as a household. I don't think I have them up separately. If you want me to upload them separately, I can do. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that I'll pop the link in the description below to my gallery, so if you do fancy having my version of the BFFs in your game, you're welcome to it. Once I finish my complete save file, which will take me forever probably, I will share it to somewhere like Sims File Share, so that people can download it if they really fancy it. To me, Liberty is one of those Sims that would really go out with her party wear. I can see her getting really dressed up to go to the club or to go to a party, like getting all the sexy, glitzy, glamorous like outfit on that she can. So that's how I kind of came to the conclusion of what to put her in for her party wear outfits. I really like the sort of like mini skirt with the fishnets. I just think that like, again, it seems sexy, but also she would think it would be a little bit sophisticated. I did try and keep accessories. I didn't keep those sunglasses on. I really did not enjoy the sunglasses look on her. And plus she's so pretty, I don't want to cover up her face because she's a cutie. So yeah, that's how I kind of decided what I would choose for her party wear outfits. Liberty like gives off sort of late 90s, early noughties vibes to me. So a lot of her looks kind of, I've sort of had that in my mind when I've picked that her outfits. That's why, like, for this outfit, like her second party wear, why I went for like the low-rise trousers instead of maybe some high-waisted ones or a skirt instead. I just thought that like it brought some of the early noughties energy that it feels like Liberty has. I feel like she lived her best life in the early noughties, and that's how she is going to remain forever. She will always dress with that like slightly like noughties flavour. So I went back to her colour scheme of the purple top, the yellow trousers and the green hat for her hot weather outfits. I did give her some goofy sunglasses for the outdoor version as well, just because like I said before, she's a magpie for accessories, and I think that would also count for her sunglasses. I think that she would enjoy a pair of funky but cute sunglasses. I also got her in the skinny jeans with her stomach out. She is an elder millennial, so that's kind of expected of her. But I think these outfits came out really cute, and they kind of match the vibe that I was going for and the vibe of her everyday outfits really well, as far as I'm concerned. For her second hot weather outfit, the one that I'd put her in for lounging around the house in the warm weather, I did manage to get her in some high-waisted shorts and a little mesh top, which are also very 90s and go with her like late 90s, early noughties vibe. I think that it worked out really well because those shorts are just like the perfect shade of yellow. Like, I forgot about those shorts until I found them to put her on. I think they're amazing. It took me a fair while to decide what I wanted her outdoor cold weather outfit to be. Obviously, like, I like it to be nice and wrapped up warm so that whatever climate she goes to, she's going to be nice and snug. So that's always a consideration when I do the outdoor cold weather outfits. But I was also thinking of like the kinds of things that she might like to do in the winter, and I do think that she would like snowboarding. Even though she's clumsy, I think that snowboarding would be something that would really like excite Liberty. I think it's kind of like reminds her a bit of skateboarding, and obviously we don't have skateboarding. I definitely would give her a skateboard if we had skateboarding in The Sims, but I think that was like the inspiration for her outdoor cold weather outfit. I wanted it to be nice and bright and colourful so that she could be seen on the slopes, and also have the sort of like ski wear kind of vibe with her clothes. So that's what I went for that outfit. And with her like indoor cold weather outfit, I went for like the geeky aspect with the graphic tee and her like skinny jeans again, because she's a millennial and she can't be that far away from a pair of skinny jeans. But yeah, that's Liberty's outfits all done. So now we're on to Summer, and Summer isn't my favourite of the three. She always manages to find a way to end up in my games, like trying to make friends with my families that I'm playing, and I don't know, I'm a little bit sick of seeing her face. So she isn't my favourite of the three anyway. Let's just put it at that. So with Summer, my like backstory for Summer is that I think she's like a rich kid that's slumming it a little bit. So with her clothing choices, I have put her in sort of clothes that have like a little bit of a preppy element, that are kind of a bit like sort of that kind of vibe, more like she has a little bit more money to spend on clothes, even though she like lives in a shared house and she's just a chef, or she's in the cooking career I think anyway, but like in the background her parents are secretly paying her rent, and so she can just spend money on whatever she feels like she wants. So with her first outfit, like this one here, I really wanted to go with her. She's just come off the tennis courts and is now going to the country club to, I don't know, have some drinks or lunch or something before she leaves. So I went for like this kind of sporty-ish dress that kind of gives me the vibe of a tennis dress. But yeah, I did also with her colour scheme, I tried to stick to blue and white or blue and black for most of her outfits. I think I managed to do that. I don't remember deviating from that anyway. For her second everyday outfit, the one that she would wear when it was a bit cooler, I went for something a bit more dressed up, a little bit more formal, less casual, just because I think that's also the other side to her. Not only would she be the sporty country club playing tennis kind of person, but also someone that needs to, or feels the need that to dress up and look smart at the same time. Her first formal wear as well, really, I channeled like the Gilmore Girls. When I was creating it, I just thought of all like the rich girls that were in Gilmore Girls, and that's how I kind of came to the blazer and the skirt that kind of looks like a short dress with a blazer over it. I think that I don't know, it's the kind of formal wear that you would wear to certain events that she might have to go to with her secret inheritance that she has behind her. I kind of went for a similar theme with the second of her formal outfits, just because I think that's the kind of thing that she would think of as formal wear. I did toy with maybe putting her in like a ball gown or something like that, but I don't know, don't feel like that she would go to like those kinds of events that were formal. Instead she'd go to ones where she had to be a bit more business-like rather than glamorous. So yeah, that's what I went for summer's formal outfits. So with her athletic outfits, she is an athletic sim, so I can see her actually participating in sports and actually taking them seriously, along with being a rich kid, that they often have like a sporty hobby as well and are sort of in those kinds of activities. So I thought that I would dress her for her athletics outfits as if she was actually not just bombing it down the gym, but she was actually part of a team and trying to wear outfits that kind of meshed with the team or that were actually like proper sportswear rather than just like this will do for getting sweaty at the gym kind of thing. So I don't usually spend that much time creating my Sims sleepwear, more because like they're not usually in it all that often. I tend to get them dressed as soon as they wake up, and so they're only really in it to go to bed, and you don't really see them what they're wearing in bed, so I don't spend loads of time on it. But with Summer, I kind of gave her one for when it's cooler, where it's kind of like sort of a nice-ish jumper and trousers, but then for like when it's warmer, I gave her that like sort of nightie that's like sort of the cutesy like frilly bit at the bottom. I just thought that like maybe that would be Summer's version of like a sexy like nightwear kind of thing, where it wasn't actually that sexy or that risque, it was just cutesy rather. With her party wear, I kind of went with the tennis skirt kind of vibe for the like warmer weather version, just because I thought that kind of like suits her like formal wear. It's like dressed down because it's got that like vintagey top rather than the formal blazer. I did put her in a different kind of outfit for her second party outfit, just because like I did think that she would wear that to be a bit more like more risky, and she would think that that was maybe a little bit more like what people wore to the club. So I went with that, but I did find the party wear quite difficult for Summer because she's like not fun like Liberty, and I like the party wear to be quite fun usually when I'm doing makeovers. Well, the white tennis skirt does a lot of work for me with Summer. It lets me kind of put her in something that I think is a bit more like flirty and fun rather than sort of too preppy and too old-fashioned. But yeah, I think that I got to the point, because this was like near the end of my like 5 hour stint of making over, that because I don't like Summer as much, that maybe I didn't spend as much time on her as I could have. Although I think all her outfits work really well for the vibe that I was going for. I think when I got to the hot weather and the cold weather outfits, I was just done with the process. But I do like this jacket that I chose for her outdoor cold weather outfit. I think that really like is definitely like spot on for the vibe that I wanted to go for. And putting it with the like the white knitted leggings, just I don't know, there's something about it that is just like that is Summer like in an outfit. Which is weird because it's a winter outfit, but never mind. So if you've liked this video, please can you like it? My channel's quite new, so that would really help. And follow for more videos. I have put my links in the description, like I said before, to my gallery. But for now, dag dag everyone, and I hope you have an awesome day.